Hi, my name is Z. In May of 2021, I graduated from college at the age of 21. I was so exhausted and burned out on academics. I knew I wasn't going to go to grad school immediately or find a job in my field, so I moved back home with my parents. I'd been saying for a while that post-graduating I wanted to buy a van to live in and travel the country. And in June of 2021, I found that van in the form of a 1996 Ford E350 Airstream camper van build. When I first got the van, I thought I would do some small cosmetic repairs over the summer and be ready for the road by the time October came around. Fortunately and unfortunately, my van had other plans.
Okay, so this fan has been leaking, this vent, and it is right above my bed, so we have to fix it sooner rather than later so it doesn't keep leaking. And it looks like whoever had this previously just kept pouring this stuff on top, and then it's cracked and stuff. That's how I was able to peel off so much of this, is that there was just like some big cracks and I could just start pulling it up. But yeah, I'm peeling off all this trash.
Finding and fixing the leak in the fan above my bed was the beginning of discovering fundamental problems with the structure of the van. As I waded further into demolishing what had initially seemed to be an absolute gem of a vehicle, I was in over my head.
Okay, so we opened it up and we found that this entire section is rotted and delaminated. So it's not holding anything up, not holding anything in place. There's a similar thing happening over in this corner. So that's why this whole section wants to move all the time because nothing's actually attached anymore. So yeah.
Guess what we took out?
Hi. Oh my god.
Z and I just took out the fan and we found this.
Just so much rot.
Rot all the way around.
Mold. There's some beautiful, beautiful mold right here.
Yeah. So we're discussing whether we need to take out just the base layer or if we need to go clear in and take out. This is a 3/4 inch ply, it looks like. The roof on the top is concaved, so that may have led to the water problem that you're seeing. So we're thinking that if we remove the veneer plywood, we can maybe put new header plywood in and recurve the fiberglass. I'd like to hear some comments from other B190 owners to see if they've ever gone through this kind of stuff. And let us know what you did. All right, so now we are at a point where we have demoed all of the bad plywood out and all of the bad framing, but Z and I got to a point here where they've wrapped the fiberglass around the plywood, and the plywood's trashed. So
Fully rotted.
the roof is
Concave.
pushing down here. So the roof needs to be like that.
Popped up like that. And it just isn't.
It's not, and it's here.
And it's this whole section, like all of this stuff is fiberglass attached to the outer fiberglass. That's just, all of it in there is just so
the reinforcing
rotted.
shot. Yep.
Yeah, everything's shot.
Yay!
big project.
Yay!
And so I started cutting out the destroyed fiberglass encased support system for the ceiling. One thing about cutting through fiberglass with power tools is that, well, quite frankly, it sucks. Aerosolized fiberglass, when inhaled, can cause lung damage, it can scratch your corneas, and if it makes contact with your skin, it causes severe irritation, itchiness, and general discomfort. When I was searching for what to do in this situation, safety gear was always a necessity, so I heeded the warnings and suited up, sealed off the cab from my work zone with tape and plastic, and began the tedious task of cutting out the rotted supports without cutting through the thin fiberglass roof. I won't say it was fun. It was July in the western Colorado desert, and the inside of the van regularly got to a solid 100 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. It was miserable, but it needed to happen.
Holy shit. Yeah, I think I'm done cutting for today. There's cleanup to do, but I'm just gonna close the windows and doors and not fucking do it right now, because really fucking don't want to. But yeah, so always wear hearing protection when you're working with power tools.
With the supports removed, I began the rebuild. Construction and wood curving is hard, and going into this as an amateur, I did some research, found one guy who had posted pictures and instructions on himself dealing with the exact same damage, and decided I could do that too. My dad and I came up with a plan, pre-curved some boards using a kerfing technique, and absolutely sent it, installing the boards with liquid nails and leaving them to cure. This balls-to-the-wall method didn't work.
Yo, what's up? It's been quite a while. So we did this thing called kerfing on these boards and installed them, and they didn't hold the curve for more than 24 hours. So now I am doing my darndest to demo these out because they failed to keep the ceiling curved, which is necessary so that water doesn't pool and we don't get mold again. And it's just really hard, and I am really frustrated, and it's, you know, not everything you do is gonna be perfect, and you're gonna have to backtrack, and you're gonna waste materials, and you're gonna have to make mistakes, because, I mean, at least I'm gonna have to make mistakes because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a professional. I'm not a carpenter. And so this is all just me kind of winging it, and so far it's been okay, but this time it didn't turn out super well. Now I'm having to waste all of this plywood and just do anything and everything to get it out of my ceiling so that I can do something else that hopefully will work better, that will actually work. But yeah, so that's where I'm at, and yeah, I'll post some photos and videos probably, but yeah, I'm just very frustrated, and it's hot, and I want to be able to get it out, but I can't even get a single square inch out right now, and it's driving me crazy. So at least we know the glue was good.
I have encountered during this project nothing more frustrating than having to completely backtrack and scrap a part of the project that really needed to work, but which failed miserably. Chiseling out boards which I had spent weeks working on and wasting materials because I didn't test it enough is a rough mistake. This whole project is full of mistakes, but the further I get into it, the more I learn and the more determined I become to build and shine this baby into the beautiful home that she is meant to be. At the end of August, after I'd spent too much time moping about the state of my van and doing smaller projects here and there while I worked on the boards to recurve the roof, my best friend Ricky came to town. They carry such a positive energy with them, and in the week that they were here, we ripped out the rest of the ceiling vinyl and began the lengthy process of fully disassembling the upper interior of my van once we discovered that there was, surprise, surprise, more mold. It was at this point that it became evident that the ceiling support repair was going to have to be done by a professional who knew what they were doing with regards to fiberglass. Despite my determination to do most of the work on this van by myself, after a second failed attempt to install new curved boards above my bed, I needed help. From October of 2021 to February of 2022, my van was in the shop. My student loan repayments started up, and I started babysitting a close friend's child to be able to put down the minimum payment for that. It's frustrating to exist in a world where I can be fully unemployed according to the government and still have to come up with a couple $100 a month to pay bills that don't even benefit me. Whatever. Since I got the van back, I've found more wrong with it, and we'll cover that later. But for now, we'll end this video here, with me driving my van in silence back to my house after having to spend $2,500 to get the ceiling fixed. If you enjoyed this video and you like anything about this, feel free to drop a like, a comment, subscribe to me. There's more content to come, and even though this is my first video I have ever edited together and put together for YouTube, I've got more stuff in the works. So yeah, stick around, click some stuff, hang out with me, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.